Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another reaction, this time to The Mandalorian, Episode 1. I have been waiting for this. No preamble, no nothing. Let's get on into it. Oh, here we go. Huh. Okay. Kinda dig that. Oh, already this looks fucking good. Music is interesting.
He says you spilled his drink.
He says he doesn't like you. I don't like you either. Oh, oh. He was a Quarren, was he not? His species? From the planet of Moncal? I believe he was a Quarren.
There must be some mistake. I can get you more credits.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Oberyn Martell.
Where to?
That wipe into the speeder like A New Hope. Oh, yes.
Gray holds out. They think the whole entire planet's their own personal stink pit.
Who is this actor? He looks familiar. He sounds familiar too.
I'd stay off the ice if I were you.
I would say so.
I think I have to use the vac tube.
You mean the refresher? Am I the only one who feels he's talking a little too normally for the way he looks in the Star Wars universe?
Maybe even, But I guess that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Probably not.
got a portable carbon freezing chamber. Bosk, Trandoshan. An orange Trandoshan that, don't really remember that color, but Trandoshan nonetheless. Oh wait, no, wasn't the dude, first season of Clone Wars, was he an orange Trandoshan? He was a bigger one. I digress.
No! Drop your weapons. No. We have you 4-1.
I like those odds.
Proof of termination is also acceptable for. I'm simply being pragmatic.
Are you now? I was thinking, was that a Kowakian monkey lizard? The Mandalorian symbol. A female? Not that there haven't been female Mandalorians before. Sabine and Satine, the one that, what's her name? Katie Sackhoff played Satine's sister. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name at the moment. Yeah, so not a surprise, just wasn't expecting it. Thought it was a man at first.
The excess will sponsor many foundlings.
That's good. I was once a foundling.
I know.
A foundling. So not a proper Mandalorian from Mandalore. Kind of getting back into the EU culture of Mandalorians a bit, slightly. Oh, damn.
Well, then I don't know if I want your help.
You do.
Oh, I know he looked familiar. Nick Nolte?
The way is impossible to pass without a blurred mount.
I don't know how to line blurred.
You go learn today.
Up top.
Nice.
It appears we are trapped. I will initiate self-destruct sequencing.
Whoa, you're what?
What?
Protocol. It has missed my central wiring harness.
Is that good?
Wiring harness. Is that Taika Waititi? Sounds like a New Zealand accent. I heard he was supposed to be in this episode. I know he's also directing an episode too.
Wait. They said 50 years old.
Perhaps it could live many centuries.
Oh, get out of here. Really? Yoda species?
Terminated.
I had a feeling, even though he said we can do this dead or alive, the fact that he had all of his bounties and carbon freeze. Dave Filoni, yes! Yeah, Dave Filoni. I've been waiting ever since he was on Clone Wars and wrote those amazing stories along with George Lucas and oversaw along with George Lucas the Clone Wars when he wasn't writing and directing. Been hoping for his live action debut. I knew he was supposed to have episodes. I'm glad his was the first. Set the tone. Set the world. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content, please consider heading on over to my Patreon page and becoming a patron. Not only will you be helping to support the channel, you'll also gain access to exclusive content and benefits, such as early access to my videos, full reactions, and my Patreon Discord chat. So, if you're so inclined, head on over to my Patreon page, the link is down below in the pinned comment, and become a patron. So, if nothing else, this episode, I should say, is very, is dynamic and well crafted as a character study, a character presentation of this Mandalorian. You convey these traits about him during bounties or when he's on the hunt. You convey who he is when it comes to children, when it comes to those less fortunate. So now it brings you to this moment where he meets the Yoda baby, where he meets the Yoda species baby, and connects with it in that shot of the two of them with their fingers, almost in an E.T. fashion. You had the presentation of the character. Now, how is the world going to react? How is his environment? How is his world going to react to the decision that he made when he goes to his tribe, basically, and talks with whom I'm assuming is their Mandalore. I'm not sure if it's just the Mandalore of that tribe or the Mandalore for Mandalorians everywhere right now. But talking with her and, talking about sponsoring foundlings. He was a foundling, so he has youngling empathy. He's recompensive and not prideful. You see that he's willing to say thank you to the Nick Nolte Ugnaught. He's willing to say thank you for help. So you know that he's a bounty hunter, but he's not a mercenary. He's not a Canderous Ordo. He's not a, if you guys ever played KOTOR and know that character, he's not a Bosk. He's not a Django or a Boba. He doesn't have this homicidal or ruthless disposition about him. He's very much just a guy who's just doing his job. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the galaxy, but he actually is just a simple man trying to make his way in the galaxy. And even though when he's on job, and you even see this at the beginning, and I kind of was going back and forth in my head if this was a character contrast and a character conflict, or if this was a character limitation in the writing. And until further notice, the storytelling evidence seems to point to character conflict and character contrast as opposed to a weakness in the writing. You see these two contrasts of the Mando. The very beginning, he's uncommunicative, he's disregarding, he's unbothered. Whereas later, as you get on into it, you see he becomes a bit more communicative with the Ugnaught or with the IG-88 droid. He's diplomatic, where he's like, okay, hey, look, you haven't got the bounty yet, but why don't we split the earnings? So he's not monetarily driven. So this is a guy who's literally, yeah, he's not a mercenary. He's just a bounty hunter. He's just doing work. Going into the lack of ruthlessness is that you see his bounties, all of his bounties, where he had the right, where not only did he have the right to kill the first dude that we saw that he was going into the cantina to get, not only did he have the right to, because this dude was like rummaging around and you would assume trying to figure out a way to then kill him and then leave, obviously. But he also even said to the guys, like, hey, we can either do this with you alive or dead. How do you want to do this? You know, so it gives you the sense, or even with the stormtroopers later, he's like, there's 4 against 1. I like those odds. You know, where he presents this air, and he probably is very confident in his skills, but he presents this air of being more disregarding, dismissive, and aloof than what he is. So you have this character who says, oh, you could be either alive or dead. Yet you see all of his bounties are in carbonite slabs, including this dude who, like I said, there was a bounty on him, dead or alive. Given what he probably could have done to him, that dude was planning something, so you could have killed him. But instead, no, he freezes him anyway. So he's killing secondary. He's homicidal secondary. That's not his first option. Bo-Katan. Sorry, I just remembered. Katie Sackhoff's Mandalorian character on the Clone Wars. Just remember, Bo-Katan. Anyway, I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like, if I'm not, I feel like I'm all over the place, and if I am, I apologize. But I'm just kind of going back and forth, seeing how this episode crafts his character and puts the pieces into place. You know, but all of this contrast, the aloofness, the disregarding at the beginning to show who he really is as a bounty hunter, who he is as this former, well, not even former, as this foundling who has adopted this culture, to then come to this infant Yoda species, as we see from Yoda and Yaddle, how long that species can survive. Their 50 is an infant, but he gets to this infant once again, not only because he is not a mercenary, not only because he is not ruthless, but as I said, diplomatic, unprideful, recompensive. Particularly the fact that it will hit on his youth empathetic nature. He sees this child, kills the IG-88 droid, who was hell-bent on killing it. Which also begs the question, why is Werner Herzog's character so adamant about the death? It was first alive, and he says, oh, well, you know, it can get sloppy, it can get this, that, and the other. And then the dude was like, no, that's not what this is about. Why is he so adamant that this child be killed? So yes, you have this character presented as a bounty hunter, thought of to be a mercenary, presents himself as a mercenary and ruthless, yet you see that there is more to that character, culminating in him connecting with this child. And now that facade is going to be gone. How you presented this character study in the first episode. Now how is your environment, your world going to respond to this choice that you've made? And in a sense, if this has been a presentation of, I mean, unless it's something that when he's on mission, he's disregarding, he's this, that, and the other, as that's just who he is. If that's not the case, and this is something that he's trying to present as himself, that he is this ruthless mercenary, that he is this, that he is cold, that he is distant, you know, if that's a presentation that he's putting on, you have now drastically upended that. How will the galaxy respond? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there, my short films, reviews, breakdowns, reactions, all that good stuff that's on there, much more to come. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.